tax man. This fellow says he's your lawyer.
Mr. Prufrock, Jameson Jones, Provo office.
Jim Prufrock. Ira Glassman told me you'd be coming. I'm really glad to see you, Mr. Jones.
Jameson. So this is quite an interesting place.
You don't know the half of it.
From what I've gleaned so far, the legal situation here is a bit muddled.
Situation's not muddy at all. Man's a criminal, needs to be tried for his crimes.
As Sheriff Gaines, I'm afraid in the American judicial system, the parochial categorical accusation of criminal simply won't do. This man is entitled to due process, and your attempts to deny it to him border on the criminal. I'd like to speak with him in private. Your office will suffice.
Now, just hold on a minute. It's right over there.
Agent Prufrock, it's becoming more and more apparent to me that this town is populated by, at best, a confederacy of dunces. And to be quite candid with you, Agent Prufrock, that's exactly what scares me. The evidence they do have, assembled and assessed clumsily, could prove insurmountable. And despite my confidence, one's proficiency at chess makes not a whit of difference when the opposition is playing checkers. So in order to help you, Agent Prufrock, I need to know everything, no detail too small, no theory too abstract. Are we clear?
A week ago, I received a fax.
Who sent it to you?
I really don't know. The return number across the top of the fax was from the Versailles, the very place from which the money was embezzled.
It seems like too egregious an error even for these simpletons.
I would agree.
So who do you think sent it?
I have no idea.
Speculate for me, Agent Prufrock.
A mole in the casino? An enemy of Bodnick's? A corporate competitor? I don't know.
What does the voice stress analysis say?
Normal on both responses.
70% chance he's telling the truth.
Continue, Agent Prufrock.
The fax was obviously covering up some clumsy embezzlement scheme. A man named Silas Bodnick was the apparent engineer of the embezzlement. So I pursued him. We were in a confrontation at his house when he was abruptly murdered before my eyes by a man with a snake tattoo. Despite my claim, the local authorities hastily labeled his death a suicide, as they did with Caleb Moore, an accomplice of Bodnick's who also turned up dead. Knowing the snake-tattooed man was the perpetrator, and also knowing the local authorities weren't going to pursue the matter, I personally researched the man's identity. Can you tell me his name?
The man you seek, his name is Oswald Wilkes.
Ultimately, discovering the man, quite dead, buried in the desert.
Well, looks like you finally found your Oswald Wilkes.
Which is how I ended up here.
I'd like to go over again how you arrived in the desert, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. I found a map in my car. I suspected it would lead to the missing money, but instead it led to Wilkes' body.
A map? Do you still have it?
Gaines does. It was written on one of my own handkerchiefs. I gave them to two local women immediately after Bodnick's funeral.
That's an odd gift, Jim, and not ideal for our current purposes.
I know. It was something my father taught me.
So which one of these women set you up?
I don't know. I guess the one without the handkerchief.
Where's that gravy, Delilah?
How was work today?
Fine.
I was thinking about writing into that school correspondence one and, you know, taking that astronomy course.
We can talk about that later, honey. Besides, if you want to see the stars, I'll lift you to the heavens above.
I don't think she's involved, but I can't say the same for her husband.
And you said this other woman works at Sloman's?
Yes. Her name is Mary. And I suspect that her boss is involved in all of this.
Mr. Sloman is in his office. You'd like a word? And that will be now.
He gets $1 million per quarter.
Skimmed off the top like cream, huh? Are you hungry, baby?
Starving. Mexico sounds good. We could get them both.
I've got more, but you get the drift.
It was his idea.
I've been reading. Most recently, a book by Drs. Roger Fisher and William Ury, social ethicists and mediation experts out of Harvard. Their suggestion for redressing subordinates is interesting. They contend that empathy is of utmost importance. See the world from your inferior's perspective and ask them to see it from yours. Take my seat. Please, I mean it. Now, I'm you. You're me. What do I say to you?
I'll get you the money. I'm sorry I took it.
You're not participating in the exercise. You're me, remember? You can't do this. That's okay. Neither can I. Books like this aren't meant for people like me. My heart is blacker than ash. My soul, an insatiable black hole. Meryl, close the door, please.
Roof rack, you're being moved. Let's go.
Where are you taking my client?
Vegas pen. We're out of room here. You know what they do to taxmen in the pen, Roof rack?
Can you do something about this?
It's in their jurisdiction. I'll call the Vegas office. You won't go into the general population. Jim, I'm on this.
Cheer up, Jimbo. It's only a 4-hour drive.
Through the Valley of Fire.
Goodbye, Jim Proofrock.
We heard you're a taxman.
Excuse me? Yes, that's correct.
So you're good with numbers? Keep a lot of them in your head all at once?
Yes, I think so.
Me and Fish that way, too.
Hey, you know how to play chess?
Excuse me?
Chess. You know how to play.
Yes, I can play.
Sometimes on these long drives, we'll start a match. We can finish it when we get back to the big house in Vegas. Is that cool?
Sure.
White goes first.
E4.
E5.
Knight. F3.
Knight, C6.
Bishop. C4. Queen. C4.
Nice. Queen, C6.
Excuse me. Something doesn't make sense. You had an opportunity to put my king in jeopardy, but you didn't. You're going for my queen.
We told you the rules, right? We start the game in the van, we finish in the big house.
Right.
Once we get to the pen, we don't care about the king.
We're far more interested in cornering a white bitch.
Proofrock, you made bail.
I did?
Come on, you can ride up front. Unless you'd rather stay back here.
One watch, one wallet, one wedding ring, one phone, one set of car keys. Car's in the impound lot.
The impound lot?
Mm-hmm. Across town.
What about the handkerchief?
A hanky?
The one with writing on it, it must have been filed as evidence.
No. No. But if you got sniffles, Jimbo, I can run and get you some tissues.
Jim Proofrock.
Jim, it's Jameson Jones.
Hello, Agent Jones.
Jim, I'm over here with the Puss District Attorney, and I need to know something. Who paid your bail?
I thought you did. It wasn't the IRS?
No.
It doesn't say on the paperwork?
I'll look into it.
Please call me with any information.
Will do. You do the same.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Can't leave without your slipper.
What is that?
This? Tracking device. Judge thinks you're a flight risk. We don't want you flying away like Tinkerbell. Hey, no slipper, no bail. No bail, we warm up that van to Vegas. All right. Now you cross the county line. Blang, blang. You've jumped. Bounty hunters will bring you in dead or alive. You're free to go.
Now, these two are from the new fall line, Grace. They look fantastic in your collection.
I love them both. I can't decide. Excuse me for a second, Jason. Hello?
Grace, I was worried. They said you were out of the office.
I am.
Well, Grace, what's happened?
I was suspended yesterday.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Grace. Yeah, I've been talking to Ira and to an IRS attorney named Jameson Jones, and neither of them even mentioned this. We'll have to sort it out later. If I leave Push, I violate my bail.
Bail?
It's a long story, Grace. Right now, I need your help. I need you to go to Reno for me and find a bondsman named Phineas Cobb. He knows who posted my bail.
I'm not supposed to do anything official. That would turn my suspension into a termination.
So you won't do it?
No, Mr. Proofrock. I'll do it.
Thank you, Grace. Grace, I don't know who I can trust anymore except for you. It's you and me now. So you find that bondsman, and I'll set about clearing my name.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
luck with it. I'll take them both.
As for you, Oswald, I could have told you that girl was trouble. You know how many of you boys come in here talking about that sprightly vixen?
I'm sorry to interrupt. My name is Jim Prufrock. I work for the Internal Revenue Service. I'd like to see Oswald Wilkes.
He's not receiving visitors right now.
Oh, so you're closed. I can come back later.
Are you simple? Of course I'm not closed. My door is open, isn't it? I'm the only establishment in this town that's open 24 hours a day. My patrons aren't as predictable as others, you see. He doesn't want to talk to you right now, Mr. Prufrock. He figures you're the one who got him into this mess.
Perhaps we can talk then. Are you the coroner or the funeral director?
Both. I'm Eunice Blackwell.
I'm hoping you can help me, Ms. Blackwell.
Understand, he's not saying you killed him. He's just saying that if it weren't for you, he'd be somewhere else drinking a cold one.
Did he say who did kill him?
I already asked. You can read my report. It's over there. Bottom shelf.
I guess 1984 was a bad year in Bush.
Oh, that was a banner year.
The year the Versailles was bought.
Damnedest thing. We had 8 copycat suicides in 1 week. And a lot of fatal accidents, too. Yeah, overdoses, car wrecks, people who dropped their hair dryers into the bath water. One whole family blew up.
They blew up?
Yeah, a fella named Shadrach. He went to work, and his wife cooked some pancakes for the kids and left the gas on and lit up a cigarette and kerblooey.
Doesn't that seem suspicious to you? I mean, that seems like quite a spike.
Well, you know what they say. We all have to die, Mr. Prufrock.
So, Oswald Wilkes, he was killed with the shovel.
That's right. Big hitter, too. Killed him with 1 stroke. From the angle, I'd say he or she was a lefty. Pushed his nose right back into his brain. Oswald joined me instantly. No suffering at all. 22-15 on the nose.
22-15. Excuse me. Agent Jones, I have good news. As I told you on the phone, the coroner put the time of death at 10:15. At 10:15, I was here at this casino. The tapes will clearly confirm this, as will the manager, a Mr. Stennis. Agents Jones and Prufrock, Internal Revenue Service. Who are you? Who am I? We met last night and discussed this casino's average payout percentage.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It doesn't? Perhaps this will. You offered me a bribe, as I recall.
Why don't we take this conversation somewhere a little more private?
I won't grow up into much of a dummy. I need some pixie dust so I can fly. Then I can fly over Neverland and see Captain Hook gets eaten by a crocodile.
Sorry, Dagmar. Could you clear out? I need the space.
Sure thing.
Thank you. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Where were we?
Last night, your attempt to bribe me?
I was in Ohio yesterday. Cousin's wedding.
I don't think so, Mr. Stennis. We stood on the casino floor, and I can prove it. Could you show us the surveillance footage from last night?
Well, I'm going to need paper. You can fax it to our lawyer's attention at 702-352.
This is all the paper you need.
As I said, you can fax it to our lawyer. Yes, sir. Could I make a phone call first if it's okay with you?
No.
Okay, then. Let's get you set up.
Give me D camera on the blackjack table again, and go slow. See, I remember that woman. She kept talking in my ear, telling bad jokes. These tapes have been doctored. She's talking to me. I'm right there.
I believe you, Jim. The jury won't.
Are we gonna stay here all night? I could let my wife know.
Give me A camera again.
We need another alibi. Let me go back to my office, Jim, and regroup with my staff.
Those tapes exist somewhere. We need to find them.
Sport.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Sport.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Sport.
Agent Prufrock! Agent Prufrock!
Delilah.
Here, thought you might want that back.
Keep it. I'll be okay.
Of course you will be, Agent Prufrock. I know you're not a criminal.
Thank you. You may be the only person in town who believes that.
I have to go.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Sport.
Good afternoon. Phineas Cobb.
Hi.
So, what can I do you for?
Well, I have a question. You see, I was wondering, can one make bail arrangements, you know, preemptively?
I'm not following.
Well, if you knew something was going to happen, but it hadn't happened yet, you see? And you wanted the arrangements in place for when it did happen. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel I can confide in you. I was suspended from my government job yesterday, and I'm feeling very upset and supremely on edge. And I like to plan for the eventualities that are becoming more and more certain with each passing moment. Could you tell me something, Mr. Cobb?
Yes?
I need to know who bailed out my boss.
Why don't we dance again, Rowdy? You're very smooth.
Excuse me. We need to talk.
Look, mister, take it easy. I don't want any trouble.
Then you're with the wrong lady, sir.
You shouldn't be here.
Where should I be? Jail? You set me up, Mary. And when I ask myself why, only one answer comes to mind. Bodnick's money. You were in on it.
It's not so simple, Jimmy.
It never is.
That's why I told you to leave. I gave you fair warning. You couldn't stay out of this. And now we're both stuck here.
We? You planted that handkerchief.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Help me, Mary. Maybe I can help you.
Nobody can help me, Jim. Don't do it, Jimmy. You have no idea.
Mr. Sloman, we haven't met. Jim Prufrock, Internal Revenue Service.
I know who you are. How'd you get in here?
I took the elevator.
And you saw it's marked private.
I know about your connection to Oswald Wilkes and his connection to Silas Bodnick. Shall I go on?
Okay.
I think you're involved in both of their murders, as well as the ongoing theft of $1,045,000 from the Versailles casino.
You think. You don't know.
Knowing's always just a matter of time for me, Mr. Sloman. And it looks as if I'll be here for a while. You're a golfer, I see.
Yes. Golf, among other things, helps me relax. You seem like a smart man, Mr. Prufrock. Ever hear of the sharpshooter's fallacy?
Of course, it relates to a statistical flaw in a theorem.
Correct. You find a bunch of random bullet holes and paint a target around them to prove they were made intentionally when they weren't. That's what you're doing with Wilkes and Bodnick, painting a target around them on my back. But be careful. Might end up with a target of your own.
Don't threaten me, Mr. Sloman. I refuse to be manipulated by hollow threats.
Hollow? I made this town. I own this town. And right now, I own you, you little bitch. Understood?
Understood. I got it.
Get out of my sight before I get really pissed off.
You have crossed a line, Mr. Sloman. One that I now know you will cross without hesitation. But while I may not be a big man, I am a resourceful one. And I assure you, I am an enemy no one should wish to have. Every blow you throw at me will come back to you with 10 times the force.
Good evening, Mr. Sloman.
I have a problem, which means you have a problem.
I assume you mean Prufrock. We told you we'd handle it.
You haven't. Now I'm going to. That ass bird comes back sniffing around my operation, I'll step on him.
Patience. We suspect that he has an ally.
An ally? That pissant?
Someone sent him the facts, and now someone has bailed him out.
Someone who wants him to keep digging into our affairs and has the wherewithal to do so. Finding out who that may be is important to our well-being.
Let me handle this. I'll find out what you want to know. I've got someone who can get close to him.
And afterwards?
Don't worry. Disposal's included in the price.
Dwight is getting a bit ambitious.
Thank you very much.
De nada. ¿Cuánto tiempo necesita usted?
Half an hour.
There's activity in Sector 18.
Gentlemen.
The Bible?
Could be.
Hallelujah.
For one.
Ka-ching, gentlemen. Hold it. I don't see the Bible. Scheidel.
The Bible should be with the money.
You're right. The two have been separated.
Do we take the money? No. The book's the greater risk. We wait.
Timetable's been accelerated. The goal, 36% penetration, 36 to 44 months. Highly incentivized. No exit strategy. No exit at all.
Let me out! Let me out!
You have to die, Proof.
Let me out. Let me out.
No tricks, are we clear? Who are you? Who do you work for?
My name is Jim Prufrock. I work for the IRS in Carson City.
I want the truth. Who are you? CIA? FBI? DEA?
Agent Prufrock. I'm an investigative agent for the Internal Revenue Service. I'm telling you the truth.
Truth will set you free, Jimbo.
I'm telling you the truth, Deputy. Or whoever you really are.
Last chance. Who are you, Jim Prufrock?